Thank you, Tsunami, for that wonderful musical interlude that I hope I never have to hear again. Avery, it's another gyrocopter. It's another Phantom Assassin.
Oh,
is it going to be another victory for OG?
No. No.
I don't believe that you believe that.
There will be justice.
I feel like Axe is a better answer to PA than Centaur?
Yeah, Centaur doesn't do anything this hero.
I mean, they better hard win their lanes, which, you know, they didn't win their lanes last time. It does feel like they are shoring up their lanes, right? They went Undying, big lane winner. Rubik Centaur, very strong lane, iconic even.
It has to happen. They have to basically snowball this game incredibly hard. There's no way around it. If this goes ultra late and it's even, PA, even with the A, Vortexes, and Darkseer Vac Wall into support Brewmaster, who can also scale really hard by just tossing the Monkey or Gyro, taking the fight 5-on-4. Incredibly good here. So it's going to be a test for 9 Pandas. On the brink of elimination, can you pull it together and get a really fast game to win off of some lane victory? Good execution is what they're looking for here in the first 10 minutes.
And perhaps the most important matchup to win in this laning phase is going to be this one right here. Kiyotaka versus BZM. Monkey King versus Ember Spirit. This matchup is not even close.
It's pretty bad. Ember still survives better than he used to, but it's completely one-sided. You also did have 3 runes going OG's way. So we're talking about the speed coming out from 9 Pandas, but they lost the rune battle, which means a little extra gold into all these cores' pocket. Might be something that gets BZM to faster boots or bottle, and a lot for the boots first to try and deal with this matchup. I honestly think he might just get out of it.
Yeah, that was because Seb's old man fingers managed to out-click Ramses.
Yeah, I must have misclicked it or something.
Yeah, it
comes out on top.
Oh, look at that.
What is that, a hamster?
Yeah, he's a little fuzzy butt. Look at him go.
Oh, nice little cam there. That might be the prettiest thing we'll see all game. If this PA gets out of control again. I don't know, like, what does Centaur do versus Phantom Assassin outside of you're hoping to just demolish the lane? It's the offlaner with the highest strength gain to no armor.
Yes, literally 0 armor.
Yeah, you never get armor on this hero. You never want to have to build the armor. It just feels awful. The Vanguard is also really bad versus PA in a conceptual sense. This is a mandatory Vanguard hero, and you're not even winning the lane. You're getting beat up. Not a good sign for Miro. You cannot stampede away from Dagger.
Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, you got Fate Bolt's damage reduction there, but even that got nerfed for the first couple levels. So
also, Centaur is generally pretty hard to play into Ember. This is a
you got Blood Grenade. Yuragi has no way out because the support went to go poles. There it is. First blood. Finally, the Centaur. They show something. They need to be able to win the lanes. They do that even after some regen. First blood is going to help them get to Ring of Health. All is forgiven now.
Honestly, that's a bad position by Yuragi. There's no way around it. He is up so far in the lane after they double waved it in and they go for the pull with Kit Track. You basically risk your entire life in giving first blood to Centaur for 1 extra CS here. It's okay, you know.
That is literally the meme of like, hey, I'm going to go pull, and the carry just...
And this is the lane you know they are playing for the kill on you. 100% they're going to take it. He had no one to even blink strike to backwards that could have saved him easily there. Very bad kill to give up, given how well they were doing on that lane. And it'll be a breath of life here for 9 Pandas as they really want this Centaur to snowball. This is the hero you need to be getting these kills on lane, because you're just getting spammed down. You don't even have stick here. All these spells are free for the side of OG. And having a field day with them. A lot of regen still in the tank, and Yuragi was farming pretty well in the early wave, so he's not really behind here at all. Still a solid position to be in. And the spam hurts. Even with triple ring, it's not enough. Maybe borrow some from Seb, but...
It's just so obnoxious that Retaliate doesn't stop. Ancient Outburst is
reaction.
just like, what do I care about this retaliate thing?
I mean, Retaliate's not a spell.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's like a remnant of a spell.
Well, it's a passive.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I mean, you could remove it from the hero and no one would notice. Like, let's say Retaliate didn't, let's say it was bugged and it didn't work. How long would it take for somebody to notice that it didn't work?
You would notice, if it was bugged on heroes. It needs to still work on neutrals, because that is the one thing that Retaliate does, is helps you jungle relatively quickly.
It'd be like 8 months, and then Valve released some patch, we fixed Retaliate, and people would be like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm a Centaur hater. I'm a certified Centaur hater. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see if it can pan out. This hero has not lost this tournament, which is a little sus.
Yeah, 4-0.
Yeah, I don't think I've
One of
ever
the best heroes of the
heard that
tournament
in my life. So suspicious. That's all I'm gonna say. Maybe we need a Centaur inquiry.
Maybe those stats are made up.
Yeah, I mean, did the Centaur really win? You know what I'm saying? Or but did he just hitch a ride to victory?
Hey, last one we watched, he definitely was a big factor in winning.
Another little
And
freebie.
he is a big factor in winning this laning phase. Yuragi dies again.
I mean, this lane matchup is very good because the double-edged spell damage with low cooldown on PA. It's the exact type of interaction you want. I don't doubt this part. It's how much can you translate? And OG looking to get a numbers advantage gank on Kiyotaka, bring everybody in with the supports.
Yeah, this is what you have to do in this matchup. At some point, you gotta help the Ember Spirit in this 1v1, and they do much better than that. They deliver him not just the kill of the Monkey King, but a kill on Solo, who TP's in. And that just means BZM's going to be able to get level 6, no problem, and
gets Water Rune into Power Rune potentially.
that Water Rune was still there? Wow.
Yeah. This lane was not going that well for Kiyotaka, honestly. He was up in CS, but these lanes are just not panning out how 9 Pandas want them to right now. OG finding some cheeky kills and having a pretty good early start means they're in a solid position. They are sacrificing some XP on Seb to make it happen for these cores. He's a Panda. As long as he gets earning level 6 eventually, he'll be pretty happy. For now, he's still level 2, pretty weak on the map. BZM's going to rotate with that Arcane Rune, try and get his level 6 off of Ramses here. This is a hard go.
Yeah, gotta dive in deep.
Okay. No response here from 9 Pandas. No TP on Solo, and they didn't want to commit an Antares TP or anything because they want to keep pressuring the Phantom Assassin.
Did they make that move because they saw, like, Solo TP mid?
Yes, I think so.
And then they're like, okay, well, nobody can save Ramses bottom.
A pretty smart heads-up play by BZM. Anytime he can get farm off the map without engaging in the one-on-one versus Kiyotaka, OG are super happy. You're looking at the net worth here. Ember's ahead of the Monkey King. This mid-matchup did not turn out how they wanted it to. You're going to have to make up for it elsewhere with potentially kill on MC with some flak, and yeah, that'll do it. Yuragi running for his life. He stayed up here for a decent amount of time, however. And again, what he got out of this lane is not looking too bad. They're going to bring the Panda in. I mean, that's a level 3 Panda. Not the biggest threat here.
Is this really going to stop Miro? We'll see. The Cold Feet is probably going to latch thanks to the slow from Seb. Gives some extra time, but with 10 stick charges and a Lotus, you're not bringing down this Centaur. Fortunately, Seb is able to get out of the way before the Monkey King arrives.
That's a dead rotation for Kiyotaka. He got cut on the tree with the Slight.
Nice pickup from BCM. Reveals him with the Slight and then cuts the tree with that same action.
Oh, they're kiting this out beautifully.
Jump bomb off the Spirit. He dodges the damage with the Trickery, but it's not good enough. Miro will manage to TP back to his tower, but it does leave MC still in this 1v1, and Ramses wins that, even though the wall was used. Barely manages to get that kill.
Tried to man up. Duelist gloves paying off here for Ramses early. Takes the one-on-one and wins it versus MC.
That is literally the difference between having a neutral item and not. Because Darkseer didn't have one.
It's a good neutral item. It's a lot of early damage. You're not having it here, and it makes the difference. Put Ramses in the jungle and in a really nice spot. Now this is a Gyro who's coming out ahead on lane, so it's going to be a very different trajectory for Ramses. And if he can get the stacks, which he got none of last time, you remember all those got stolen, and there's some big ones here. This could turn into a very strong Gyro game, which is what you want in this matchup. And there's not a lot to dissuade him outside you know, the wall back, the Brewmaster tossing it up, the A ult getting changed in when you don't have the Dispel. Outside of that, you're looking pretty good.
This is going to be very different situation from game one. See whether or not it has the same outcome, as the Tombstone is going to be taken down eventually by MC and Kitrak. Solo doing what he can against 4 heroes, but eventually he will fall. Yuragi no longer wanting to go up to that top lane. They'll put pressure on the enemy safe lane here, but Ramses wants to defend this.
This is a defense.
Oh, this is beautiful. He's going to let him dive into the tower a little bit, catch him with the ultimate. It will at least kill the Ancient Apparition and send the rest of OG packing.
That is not a TP OG probably expected. They assumed 9 Pandas were going to vacate this lane after they bring everybody down here. Ramsey says, no, not today. I have done way better this game than last one. I'm going to keep my towers up, maintain map control, get to those stacks later in a better position. Early Chris is also going to help him take these early fights. And again, the support levels for OG, you just don't have these big ultimates, which is what this support duo wants right now. That is their unlock for the team fight.
Yeah.
Why is this guy always playing the dark, man? Get him a lamp. Not good for the eyes. I know he's young, but playing in the dark ages you fast. See, Seb, he's got good lighting. I'm telling you, these older players all got good lighting, man. These young guys.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Look at how bright Solo's room is. Look at how... Those are the lights of a 40-year-old right there. Boom and bright. Can see it all. Damn. Woo. Looks a little smoky or something, man. They got a fire going? Or
I have heard this before. When you are you're at a LAN, sometimes there are disagreements about your team room and
mandatory,
the light level.
Yeah. There's light level.
Did you ever have that on your team?
Temperature. Seating arrangement. Yeah, I mean, there's always some guy who wants to play in the dark. Some guy who like turns his monitor 60 degrees some other direction. It's like reflecting on you, glares you up. Some other guy needs perfect temperature in the room. MSS always needed a fan on his hand on his mouse to cool it down.
Really?
That's not an exaggeration. Ramses is going to get out with Stampede here. And Kiyotaka didn't get the message. He's going back in.
And he is right to go in.
Yeah.
Because he's got the backup with the Rubik. They're scared of Kiyotaka, as they should be. Even though he had a shield rune on the Ember Spirit, he has vacated their residence.
And Centaur is doing his job right now, which is to be an immovable object up here that OG can't go into, and it's forcing them to rotate the only other place they can on the map, which is bottom, to try and get that tower down and open up space. 9 Pandas holding the line. It's going to prove very valuable over the next 5 or 6 minutes here. They're going to get a lot of map control out of this, as well as the wards. The Radiant Observers see the whole map right now. Rotations are pretty free for Kiyotaka if he can line them up with this Tombstone going into the fights. I'm surprised OG are playing this aggressive. These are not the easiest kills for BZM.
But in the same ways, it feels like you have to, right? With the way the Centaur is taking up that part of the map.
Yeah, he's just trying to make space or create some sort of chaos right now. Distract from the fact that you have a PA in the jungle. Just the supports for OG are paying the price because you create a situation where you become overextended.
What a great steal there. Ion Shell puts it on the Monkey King.
That's a great steal. Really good steal this game. Exactly what you're looking for. You have a great team to use it, and you have great heroes to use it against. In the Ember and the Phantom Assassin. And the stacks, well, Ramses, he didn't get any last game, but he's going to be in heaven here.
That puts him already 500 net worth above the PA. And it'll only grow as his timing for the Battle Fury for Yuragi is slowed down. Oh man, Kiyotaka finds
why are we
another one
watching?
behind this
Go
tower.
back to the stack. I don't care if some kill mid, man. I want to watch him kill. Oh,
he's about to
that's nice. What are we?
Oh, we were about to get all the last hits on
to get all the dragons.
Oh yeah.
That's what we like to see right there.
A little farm and chill going on the desk here.
I mean,
nice light change.
He's fine, but glad we saw the
Seb
action.
is not fine, nor is BZM. See, now you got him all. Now you got him all messed up. You promised the observer he was gonna be fine.
Chat's so mad right now.
That's a T-Tours on Avery.
What? That was
not
on me.
you. That was 100% on
They
you.
could have multicammed it.
You told them he was going to be fine. They trusted. You're the analyst.
Radiant are scared.
He
We're
was
supposed to be able to trust your judgment.
spiritually fine, as that was a death that he expected.
What, you think he died? He was namaste?
Pure Zen, baby. That's how you play a spirit hero. Straight back into the action. Now he's taking it to the monkey. Echo up for Kiyotaka. I mean, he's pretty strong here, and the AL's going to miss hitting the next game over.
Don't step out in the strike, though. Miro's going to jump in. Oh, bop, 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 bop. Huh?
He was trying to bait the slight
Yeah.
and then stun him after.
And then he double-edged the creeps.
Stolen wall.
Stolen wall.
Gonna throw him through the wall.
Create a couple illusions here. Slow him down.
Looked pretty good. It's like some
take his
lightsaber
neutrals.
action, dude.
Take his neutrals.
The blue.
Yeah, he got one of them.
Do you like the blue wall or the green wall more?
Green wall is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Green's my favorite color.
That's not true. You just made it up. Kiyotaka's gonna have to ult right now, and now they land the stomp.
Nice stomp. Holds in BZM enough to be able
He
to
has
get
a
the
remnant.
stacks of Jingo, and yeah, he's totally out of remnant.
They just ran into this monkey ult as well.
Yeah, he was hoping he came in to be able to dispel out the Jingo, and maybe he did that, but it didn't really matter. The damage is done. BZM dead. Kitrak.
I'm surprised OG are getting sucked into these fights. This is not when their lineup is capable of taking these 5-on-5s.
Kills here, man. OG, maybe they got into their heads after that game one. You know, they stomped over the laning phase so hard. They're playing like it's the same thing. Playing active, playing straight into 9Pandas' hands here.
Yeah, this is getting out of control very fast in the last few minutes.
Nice chains, lands on Miro. Little bit RNG there. BZM does get it. Meanwhile, bottom Yuragi dies. He tries to go for the kill on Ramses. They don't land the Ice Blast either. Good heads up by Ramses, knowing that was coming from Kitrak. Dodges out of the way. Kiyotaka, godlike already.
It's such a fast game from 9Pandas all of a sudden. It's just blown open. But I can't help but feel like OG are giving it to him, right? They're taking the skirmishes. They're not splitting the map. They're not letting the PA get farm. They're making very aggressive moves into the fights, into the core kills onto Ramses multiple times here. If they had waited for like 1 or 1.5 items on all their heroes, I think those fights go better for them. But right now, if you look at the EHP on 9Panda's side, it's hitting a really good power point right now because you have this tanky Monkey King backed up by Stampede.
He's out of mana.
He just doesn't have remnants ever. They are so
he
expended.
almost died to that stolen Ice Blast.
That's a nice pickup as well, right? This is just where Centaur shines. He has 2,000 HP right now, and it's all spell damage trying to cut through it. Ooh, no light street cut.
Light cut again. He's pulling that off a number of times. MC, maybe you shouldn't have taken the time to tip your ally here because you guys are in trouble. Double stunned into double edge. A final one, not quite enough, and Miro is going to be a bit low here. Trying to limp away, Kitrak. Oh, that final tower shot was just enough. 690 gold.
Damage is getting done, though.
Top tower
This
under
is
attack.
severe economic damage right now, and even the extra HP from the Undying with that Pavis early from solo, doing a lot. Like this, the earlier you pick up that item, it's not when we see a lot, but in these types of fights, it makes a huge difference, especially when you just rush it like this. Solo is
He's
taking matters into his own hands. He waits for nobody here.
Radiant's bottom tower
This is gonna take a little bit here. My estimation is probably 4 or 5 minutes. That's why they call him
now
Solo.
you guys are going to show up after I did all the work.
Classic core gameplay.
Yeah.
If I'm solo, I just perma click the sages.
Do you have the same philosophy with Aegis as you do last hits?
Yeah, you gotta fight me for that. Yo, Ramsey, you want the sages? You better outclick me, son. You're like 15 years younger, so you better win. OG, again, OG are looking to fight. I mean, what do they have to fight? They have a Blade Mail Ember and now they have a mech on Darks here.
Blade Mail and Ion Shell.
Okay, they finished Vessel on Seb as well, so they've got their first set items.
Runner to Ramses, Ice Blast already.
Okay, that's a great angle. Just found him for free.
Now, they do have that Aegis still in Kiyotaka, so 9Pandas.
tower is under attack.
No tombstone for 5.
You gonna fight this at all? Miro's cutting over, so is Kiyotaka. Nice stomp. Jump in for Miro. Great initiation by him that sets up the follow-up from Kiyotaka to take out 2.
Took a while.
Dark's here dead. Seb's going to hop over the trees to get out, and BZM will TP away. Once again, no mana left.
Those reinforcements.
Radiant's bottom tower
Once they're there,
is
that's
under
not a
attack.
fight. But OG, they find Ramsey's on the gyro that was getting out of control in terms of the farm rate. It's going to slow this game down a bit while the PA catches up. Seb looks like he'll walk this one off.
Wait for the Oh, the Deso is coming in.
He will not walk it off.
He gets the Deso and then immediately gets a charge on it. That's going to be pretty nice. He's going to lose his Aegis here, though.
Buyback from
Rubik
OG.
was trying to help him out. Is going to be in some trouble as well. BCM, though, is met by Ramses. Already losing a lot of HP. BCM has to jump out. Ice Blast does land on Kiyotaka. Immediately pops the ultimate to try and protect himself and push OG back. But the Vessel is on him. The Ice Blast is on him. He's trying to TP out and will be successful. He's good.
Rocky almost went for that, but Wukong way too strong here. This Vessel from Seb has done work in these fights. You wear him down with A Blast plus Vessel. It's double the anti-healing. Throw a Vortex down. You can't move, and you're just burning in the Cinder. More stacking for Ramses. He's decided this is a bit easier than trying to take those fights, and I agree with him. Did get the buyback out of Seb, so I'm going to slow him down a bit. Still, it's your Rocky picking up a lot of the gold out of that exchange, which is exactly what OG want.
Tower is under
Right now, they're just playing 4 utility and a PA. Not a bad recipe for success, as we've seen in this tournament so far. So they don't need much net worth on a lot of their heroes. They just need the PA to be big enough
Dire's middle tower
to
is
output the
under
damage. And this Ember A combo is an old OG classic. You may not remember it, but they were actually running this in some of their old squads for a reason. The Chains is one of the best low CD setups for this hero, and Vortex, Cold Feet, Chains, a lot of long-range poke, a lot of anti-healing. You can just slide him down over time. Quick pickup on Seb. That's going to be his dieback, so longer on the clock.
Dire's bottom
Look who's top of the net worth chart.
Solo wanted a chance to be able to take the 21-minute Wisdom Rune away. Ends up dying to Yuragi. Yuragi is going to be fine as he jumps away from Miro. Zombie's still chasing after him, I suppose, but there are reinforcements. BZM's here.
Missed. What are you missing on, man?
And it does. They are going to have to give up that Wisdom Rune, and they're going to lose Kitrak as well as Kiyotaka just looking for more and more. Those Deso charges going to be racking up quick with the way that these supports have such a hard time being in this game against the Monkey King. He was so farmed.
They're going to be the sacrifice. OG's going to sacrifice a lot of the support and even their mid laner here in BZM's net worth just to get this PA to where she needs to be. Now, it's going to be frontline duty for BZM with the early Blade Mail into the Maelstrom. But it's not a bad Ember game, right? Like,
This should make
unless you land the chain stun on him, even then he might not get bursted until his gyro has a bunch of slots.
Yeah, they don't have the longest disables.
Right. So I feel like he can play this frontline role pretty reliably.
Yeah.
Especially if he's chaining up the Centaur or the Monkey, for example.
I mean, it would definitely be really reliable if Kiyotaka wasn't so far ahead.
That would help, yeah.
He should be. Battle Fury, BKB done. So Yuragi is going to be a much more dangerous force in these fights.
has fallen.
You want to make it in the Wukong. That's your goal.
Yeah.
Lock these OG heroes in the Wukong's command. You get the armor for the Monkey. He's tankier, and you get a better setup team fight around the Tombstone. Can't bleed too many of these kills out. I mean, a few are going to happen no matter what. It's just, you got to play for these next Roshans and make sure your advantage is intact for that fight. Because OG are probably going to be willing to take that. Especially if the PA can get to another item here. Their Roche fight is no joke. Dark's here, Vac Wall into Cinder Brew with A Blast, and Vortex is running on top, right?
Yeah. Kiyotaka's still running on a big kill streak, right?
Bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, I don't think
He
it's
still have the godlike?
No, I think it's 5 or 6 right now.
Okay.
Either way, he's worth a lot if they can kill him. Stolen Slight for Entars as he holds this mid tower. But OG, if the game slows down, they're probably pretty happy. They have the top net worth on the Phantom Assassin, even if the Gyrocopter and Monkey King are just behind him.
It's all about OG getting this PA timing. contesting the next big objective. You can get the Deso up on Yuragi and take that fight with it. That's a game-winning fight if you can make it land. 9 Pandas, they want to be the aggressors. They want to be the ones starting the fight with Hoof Stomp into the Wukong Tombstone. Locking OG in a pit of hell.
BCM breaking the smoke, gets away to the Remnant, but Antares does spot Kid Track. Missile, it's on its way. The TP is not going to complete. Miro and Kiyotaka
light
are both
lift?
ready to go.
I think he slight lifted him there.
He might have, though he also has the Aether Lens, so his range is pretty far.
This is something nice you can do with this hero, though. Seb wants to take the fight.
Interesting.
Gonna try and set it up. Beta clump out, perhaps, for a big vac, but these Pandas are not a big threat.
No, they're not. They're dying fast. He needs to get that Earth One out of here. No, he doesn't in time. It dies. Immediately receiving a tip from Kiyotaka.
BCM getting chased on the backside of this with a homing missile. Eventually got killed. It's going to cost him some remnants, probably. We've seen the remnants be a problem for him this game.
Right now, he's got... He hasn't gotten rid of the missile and doesn't even get a chance to jump to that Remnant.
Well, that didn't look right.
No, that was not the finest.
It's not the finest spellcasting we've seen out of him, though.
No.
He's had some remnant trouble this game, that's for sure. Still looking for the Deso. Might be all that matters. Not much else is going right for OG in the last 5 or 6 minutes here. Also just an awkward fight start from Seb. It's like he wanted to fight there, but the rest of the team was pretty slow in getting there, and Yuragi definitely doesn't want to go to that fight. Maybe just feeling like, okay, we'll use a Brawl here, see what happens, and, you know, there's no Roshan to get, so it'll be back up for that contest. Could see the idea. Maybe you get a mistake out of 9 Pandas, but they are ready to take the fight, especially with the early pipe on Miro.
Yeah, you're definitely not winning that engagement.
No.
Not against BKB Monkey King, which he has yet to use.
Gonna try for BZM.
Found the strike, then to follow up with the Centaur stun. I mean, they don't have the longest disables, but with the damage, how far they are ahead in net worth, it doesn't take very long to kill BZM.
That's insane that Miro didn't host stop him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, he just went for the double edge?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Bolder move than I would have made. That works out, and that'll be the Deso finish for the PA. 9 Pandas got a pretty good chunk of net worth lead out of this period. And of course, Ramsey's still
Is under attack.
cranking towards that MKB here. Having a much better game than he did last time. And he's even hitting high ground without an Aegis. Pretty good sign for 9 Pandas. Feel confident enough doing that versus the long-range poke. At least getting OG back in their base. Always have Stampede to bail you out. Nice tool for the monkey.
What I appreciate about this game, too, is the fact that 9 Pandas stuck to their ideas. Maybe they altered them a little bit. There was definitely a focus on the laning phase, but they could have looked the fools, right? And been like, oh, you gave PA twice and then lost this, you know.
Oh, there's still time.
Yeah, there is still time to lose, but this is a game that can be won, right? They show that their strategy can work out.
To be fair, though, I feel like a lot of the PA games we've seen in this tournament were also games that should have and could have been won. And then there's a PA in the game.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And that's why the hero's valuable. That is one of the biggest things it has going for it, is no matter how much gold you're down, if you get the slots on the Phantom Assassin, it can win you the game.
Harpoon pulling back in. BCM hit by the telekinesis. Going to be chain dip. He's dead. MC does what we can with that vacuum, but it's not nearly enough. Yuragi tries to jump in, but immediately the Ghost Scepter from Antares, it's going to save him for now. Maybe the pipe is going to help out against that Ice Blast. Yuragi jumps on him again, but Antares uses another jump to be able to get away from the PA. He still ticks out with the Ice Blast, but still, smooth moves. Yuragi, all that commitment just to be able to kill a hero to force death the missile. It still connects in the end. And Yuragi, he's definitely going to be thinking about that fight and how he used a BKB jump so much of his time to commit onto a Rubik.
That Ghost Scepter Rubik with a blink. That's a tough ask. Wukong didn't do great things for 9 Pandas there. It just doesn't matter. There's no real damage coming out of OG right now. You can't lock him in some like really good wall vortex. And the way that fight starts, especially with your Ember going down instantly, I mean,
yeah, that's
what
the
are you
other
doing
damage
there?
dealer, right?
Exactly. That's just a free fight for 9 Pandas off a good initiation. No bailout from OG. There wasn't any save that came through for BZM, and he even bought for that, so his net worth is completely out of this game now. Not much to bail him out outside that back mech. MC was there. Just too much burst damage. A ult is also just going to miss the gyro and only hit the Rubik. And the blink strike here definitely confused him. I mean, who do you even go on now, right? You're just way too committed.
Yeah, you can't. Like, you don't have the damage to blow up the gyrocopter. The Monkey King gets off the ultimate.
What is that?
You can force staff missile.
Yeah, but it goes past him?
Yeah, well, I think the angle was, like, off.
How can homing missile go past its target?
Were you asking, like, like in the lore?
Is that actually a like, if it's in the middle of the force staff, can it not hit the guy?
Possibly.
That's pretty weird. I don't think I've ever seen that. It looked awkward. Lore-wise, it's unacceptable.
That's true.
DD. He needs a DD.
He
Take him above Rubik here.
Needs a lot.
It's been a struggle of a game.
Jump in immediately. BCM, just so little time. All of a sudden, just like Monkey King and Centaur both pop out. He does live, yes, but every single time, you said he's playing to front line to be able to create space for the Phantom Assassin, but it feels like he just has to immediately jump back to a Remnant at the slightest threat.
I mean, that was working about 15 minutes ago when he had Blade Mail.
Yeah.
It's 30 minutes now and he has Blade Mail. So, you know, he's almost below solo. Look, there's a lot of things that go on in Dota, but if your net worth is below solos, it's time to pack it up, boys.
Now look at you, Seb.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, he's a support, man. That's acceptable.
He's too old.
He's so old.
Nullifier next for Kiyotaka.
Run into Yuragi.
Yuragi, but Yuragi chips up to the high.
You got to play the long-range poke game here for your OG. Play for the high ground defense, for the PA late game hold. Ags, Nullifier, Divine, probably what you're looking here if you're Yuragi, and you need kind of all of it. If you win one of those high ground fights, this game can switch very fast. It's just getting harder and harder to do it, and it's on 9 Pandas to mess up that high ground go or that team fight. Seb's still looking for a second item. He looks like he's opted for the Vlads. That's what I was thinking about last game, man. Vlads for the Phantom Assassin. Always pretty damn good. And also be an aura he can keep in the panda form.
If his pandas stay alive.
If his pandas stay alive, yeah.
The way that Ramses is ramped up his own net worth and damage.
Yeah, that's
pretty easy to clear through those things. If he's inside Wukong's command and he's getting flat cannoned.
This matchup goes both ways. If you can toss the gyro, you're pretty happy.
Yeah.
If the gyro's on the ground, he disintegrates your Brewlings. This is a great gyro matchup in general. And you get extra MKB value here, right? You're just hitting all the evasion on OG side. Whether it's the ignited brew with his evasion or the PA. So Ramsey's item build this game is pretty damn easy. And he's cruising. He's also just taking those max stats. So the upside of gyro in this matchup is when you're ahead like this, you can get the early evasion. You're a tanky hero to go into.
Yeah.
Hero gets a lot of HP while still being able to itemize for the offensive capability in terms of the DPS. That makes you difficult to go in. He has very high base armor as well. So in theory, you're a hard target to jump for the Phantom Assassin.
When you're in.
Of course.
Can 9 Pandas break the high ground, though? Because this is all fine, well, good. Like, okay, they're winning. Fights are hard for OG. But if you can't actually end the game, then we go back to the but PA. Which I feel like their lineup isn't too bad at it, right? Centaur sits in the front. They can commit a Wukong's command if they want to. Just like own the area, take the objective, back away.
I don't think Centaur's ever sit in the front this game.
No?
Yeah, that sounds like a death sentence.
You think he's still not tanky enough?
You just get chains, vortex, daggered.
Yeah.
And like, what are you doing on the front line? You're not hitting a building here.
That's true.
Maybe if you went like the heart into armor build, it'd be a bit more reliable here. I think the pipe makes it so you're just playing support right. Support the monkey, support the gyro. Make sure you have host stomp up the land when OG go in. Keep them alive.
Daedalus and 38 seconds. A 9 Pandas gonna dare it.
Question mark.
Oh.
You talk, I'm not happy about this one. He's like, you have the PA, man. No pausing. It's the trade-off.
Pause for fun?
Yeah, that's right. Seb is having a lot of fun right now.
It is a question, or when are we paused?
I mean, I guarantee you they have them muted, so there's no way OG has seen this.
That's true. So we got a
Words
shard
into
for
the wind.
Seb, for BCM, Aghanim Scepter for Uragi. Okay, questionable.
Tactical.
BCM Tactical. Okay, I understand. Rules.
He is right. You do have to give a reason.
Yeah.
We've seen some pretty good tactical pauses over the years in Dota. You know, no one likes to talk about it, but there's been some good ones.
Okay. Did you ever...
Tactical pause.
No. Did you ever play in a game and you thought that the opposing team, you don't have to say who, but did you ever kind of think, I think those guys, I think they tactical paused on us?
Yes.
So you think that's a thing that, I'm not saying this situation, but you think
Not
that
an official.
happened? Oh, okay.
In scrims, there were some sus ones. I don't know, man. There's some of these pauses, like you can't tell if they're thinking something or the team's disbanding or something.
Okay.
You know, they pause for you play a Chinese team in a scrim, they pause for 30 minutes. After 20, you're like, yo, can we go? And they're like, argument. That's all they write in the chat. You're like, it's not my problem, man. Those are the good old days.
If anything, you should
Ooh, that landed.
ever so barely, but it gets the job done. If anything, you should be pressuring them to go, and because you know the more problems they have, they can't hash it out.
Well, everybody
Better
knows
for you.
a good old game of Dota fixes everything, and
Yeah, that's true.
that's just you just got to keep brute forcing it until it works. Nice
I
little.
mean, we've become much closer as friends due to our party queue games.
Who?
You and me.
Oh, yeah, sure, man.
And of course, we're much better friends with Slacks.
Unfortunately,
Because of that.
they're gonna push the high ground here. No
they're gonna
Aegis to
drop.
do it. This is where your poke comes in. How strong is it if you're OG waiting for MC to come back up? Do 9 Pandas want to stay around when the Darkseer respawns? Your Tombstone half duration as well.
Those vortexes are pretty annoying, but they'll get it. Oh, Miro. He tried to jump on a BCM, but mid-flank, so it
split.
doesn't hit the stomp. Kiyotaka actually gets bashed up. The Ice Mod's coming in. Oh, they only need a little bit of damage. He tried to get some help there from Antares with the telekinesis throwback. Not good enough.
he's
Oh, and
stunned.
Ramses can't keep you away. And there's the turnaround. If you do not play that high ground perfectly, you are playing into a PA.
And they're even going to get some of the supports here. Solo being hunted by MC. Though he doesn't have a stun, but Solo just didn't want a TP.
Guess he just assumes somebody else is going to find him and stun him.
He will accept his old friend death here, and that'll be a gem on top of everything else. That lead, that game that you built up the whole time, you went high ground without an Aegis, and you jumped on OG there, of all things.
Yeah, Miro.
I talked about
thought
the
he thought
Centaur
opportunity.
not wanting to frontline.
Yeah.
That's why you go in with the Centaur, you're just giving OG the exact fight they want, which is they can burst them down with all the minus armor. You're stuck in a vortex. You're never getting really back out here without paying a price, and it was Kiyotaka going in with him. I mean, sure, your Centaur walks it off, but now there's no counter initiation. He had to use the Lotus on himself. It's just not a good setup. You're giving the counterplay to OG when you go in like that, and that's what they want to have happen. If some of those stuns land, maybe it's a different picture, but you're giving them the chance to outplay you. And, well, Seb outplayed you. Welcome to the club. It's a good club. There's a lot of people in it. You're like, this guy's too old. He's not going to get the split off.
You and who else?
I guarantee you, before I answer, I guarantee you Kiyotaka was like, there's no way he's splitting my strike. Watch this, guys.
Radiant are
And guess what? He split the strike.
scared.
That's bowling for you.
Who else is in the
Tower is under attack.
get owned by Seb club?
I mean, 90% of Dota players, let's be honest.
Yeah.
All of them hate it, too.
Slight chains, a perfect opportunity
Oh
for
my God.
Uragi to jump in. There is no tension in this team fight. Go away, Tsunami. First it was Mira, now it's Tsunami. What's bothering us while we're casting, Avery?
It's because it's the PA show, man. 20K gold lead, gone in a few minutes.
Okay, you put an emphasis on the Aegis. You went high ground without the Aegis.
Yeah.
So, do you think they should have gone high ground earlier,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
or do you think they should have waited for second Roshan? Both
that-
are dangerous, right?
Radiant are
I think they should just choke the map and gotten that
Radiant's top
like
tower
second or third Roche. Go high ground with your Aegis here. Your best
think-
chance to win the game.
Do you think it's okay to keep drawing the game out?
Well, I'll put it
Against
this way.
PA?
If you are in that position and you don't think it's okay, then you didn't ban the right hero.
Oh, that's fair. Nice vacuum. Pull them out of the Wukong's command. Makes it a little spooky for 9 Pandas.
You can only let a hero do so much to you in terms of how you want to play the game. And if PA is going to dissuade you from playing a pretty standard gyro game where you're accelerating the gyro with stacks off a good laning phase into Roshan's and going high ground with the Aegis, which is what this hero is designed and supposed to do, then what the hell are you doing giving PA in the second phase in the first place?
That's a good point.
So that's what I go back to, right?
Fear
I don't have
is
an
the mind
issue.
killer.
Exactly.
And you know what the problem
Exactly.
is, Avery? They
What?
don't have no fear.
That's right. They kicked him at the wrong time. It's coming back to bite him.
Kiyotaka once again forced to use the BKB. A little bit of a reset here from OG. Seb is going to find his Brewlings being hunted by the Pandas. And not all of them are going to be found, at least
I mean, he
not
can
for now.
cancel any time. He's just baiting him out here, setting up the fight. And it's time to go back in. Back on 4!
Beautiful vacuum! Ice blast over the top of things too. 9
You're
Pandas
gone.
get obliterated.
You're absolutely gone there. Oh, MC, you did him dirty. And that is all Seb just baiting out the fight. He can resummon that at any time. There is no threat on him. And you overextended, and you gave OG an opening in this game, and the Phantom Assassin took it and ran away with it. Beautiful vacuum into the A ult, into the Cinder. Everybody's hit with it. Nobody can heal, and BZM just cleaves them up. He's fully recovered in this game.
Have you ever seen that before? Kitrak blinked into melee range to get off the Ice Blast, to get it off sooner?
This kid's next level, man.
That is super weird and next level, I guess.
Makes sense. You don't want it sitting there flying out slowly.
Yeah.
And you've done your job.
Hey, just jump in the middle of them, double tap it, you instantly die, but
Interesting approach
cool, yeah.
to the backline ranged hero ancient apparition.
yeah, that's a Techie's blast-off idea of Dota right there.
I like it. Very creative. And this is going to be a Roshan that was supposed to be 9 Pandas in this game.
Oh, it's switching sides.
Oh, they got the Ags
Yeah.
out of that. Maybe they let that happen?
Yeah, they wanted the Ags.
Is it actually better, though?
Then Refresher for Darkseer with double wall and such. I mean, they're kind of the same thing because Punch is going to give you an illusion.
Sure.
It's also, I mean, it's pretty mana intensive nowadays to...
I mean, the extra value of being able to eat it, it's pretty good here, too. I would have been okay with either, though. It's a really good shard lineup for OG. Like, double vac walls. I don't know what you're doing versus that. I guess you can sit in your Wukong and get your flak, but nobody's
Wait, who-
healing.
Oh, he just... Huh? Where's the Aghanim Scepter? Is it on Darkseer?
That's his.
Yeah, so who grabbed the Aghanim Scepter from Roshan?
You're right.
It's not. It's also not showing.
Is it? Oh, he just
Like he
didn't.
just hasn't
didn't.
used it.
Okay, so Yuragi ate his. And MC's just holding the Ag's synth, whatever you want to call it. He's just waiting, you know. He's just waiting for the right opportunity.
Okay.
He's gonna punch it in before he punches you out.
So what? In case he right-clicks somebody else, and then he could pop it in immediately to right-click a second person.
That's
is
right.
The right illusion that he wants.
He's got a special delivery just for Ramses, saving it up.
Okay,
well,
there he goes. Now he's consumed it. I think he just didn't realize.
Maybe he
that
just
had used it.
forgot.
That was so weird.
It's one of the stranger things I've seen, but I'm sure he had a reason.
No, I don't think he had a reason at all. I think he just forgot it was there.
How do you forget
Scanning.
you
There's a
took
lot
an
of
Ags out of
information in
Roche?
Dota. I think my reason is much more likely. You know what? Maybe the panel can ask him in the post-game interview.
Radiant's turret has been killed.
I mean, maybe they were debating who to give it to, too. You never know.
Yeah, that's possible.
They could have been debating giving it to BCM here. Like, Ags Ember's not too shabby either. Little poke, no crits. Okay, I mean, that looked pretty good for Kiyotaka.
Attack.
Not getting credit.
Loss! Well, here you have it, folks. OG have forfeited this game. He did not crit him, and he said, I'm out of here. That's bullshit.
Can't get a crit.
Except I
be
blinked.
packet
I
loss.
blinked on this guy, and he didn't instant disappears. Is my game working correct? I gotta restart, man. I gotta restart. Something's not right.
This PA isn't working like it usually does.
He's adjusting his eyesight, too. I must be seeing this wrong. Didn't see any red numbers pop up. Is my screen working?
Can 9 Pandas still win this game?
Well, I could say yes. Would you believe me?
Not really. I mean, not unless you give really thorough analysis.
Technically, you can always win any Dota game.
Do they have more than a 5% chance?
Yeah, I mean, if
Dota
OG
Plus says it's
throw,
14%.
if OG go deep in the base, they throw and they get stuck in Wukong, the monkey is still pretty strong. It's a okay monkey game outside of like the Brewmaster tossing you up. If Seb can land it, it can be tough into the later Wukong ring. And the AA Blast. The AA Blast is really what kind of cements the scale here for OG, right? You have 2 carries on the side of 9 Pandas that are pretty dependent on lifesteal. In fact, Ramses didn't even go Satanic this game because he's afraid about it.
Yeah.
Without the lifesteal, the scale for 9 Pandas is just way worse for the monkey and the gyro here. So that's a big factor too. If you can find Kit Track, you open up those fights. Maybe you can start to take him a bit better here. Oh, does he know Yuragi's here?
Yeah, he's somewhere around
Well,
here.
now he
After all,
knows.
saw the surge, but the dagger, oh no! He couldn't get out in time. Yuragi is going to be able to find him in the trees. Pops
Didn't get him.
BKB before the Centaur's
All right, he
done,
got him.
and they do manage to get that kill. Triple dagger chasing after him. And there's
Blink
that
Blast.
forward with the Ice Blast. They see Antares, and BZM is going to pounce on him. A second hero down. Ramsey's down to half health after a big crit from Yuragi. Not going to chase in too deep, though, as you said. That could be the way they throw this game away.
Yeah, but the monkey has no buy. OG don't know this. Kiyotaka bought out to try and survive that PA burst. He did survive it for about the longest we've seen anybody survive it.
Radiant's bottom
There's just no turnaround.
Seb has made the call. He pops the primal split. He says, this is go time.
barracks are under attack.
I mean, for sure you push it here until you have monkey buy, or you're taking everything. No reason to back off. You still have an Aegis for a minute and cheese in Yuragi's pocket.
Has fallen.
There's nothing to stop that going off.
I mean, even if they're thinking about delaying this until the Aegis expires, the damage is so intense.
Oh, he got split.
Oh, okay. That's something.
Seb is too old. He'll be able to I mean, you can toss
Radiant's middle
the PA up or the Darkseer, try and take the fight 5-on-4 when your monkey respawns here for the last racks, potentially.
Heart complete for the Centaur.
Radiant's
Oh, you're going to need a lot more HP than that, I think.
Found Seb. How the hell did he end up
like
there?
this? Yeah, he just kind of walked in like that. Yuragi jumps in against 5 heroes. The vacuum ice blast, though. Seb once again. It's all set up. It's all bait. He gets them to all just group up around his corpse, and then the shredder comes through.
Kiyotaka back.
The PA vacuum.
Pretty good Wukong.
25 with the Wukong's command, an opportunity perhaps. Yuragi disappears to get the Abyssal Blade on him, trying to blink away, trying to go for some lifesteal, heal up a little bit, gets the first step away, and he jumps back into it, wipes out 9 Pandas. That's it.
Okay. I think we're done. I think we're done with this hero for a bit. I mean, what are you supposed to do? They literally landed everything perfectly in this last fight with Wukong, MKB carry.